Hello everybody, this is Fronito Bobbin here, and I hope that the microphone actually works. I am recording with the iPad Air, as always. However, the iPad Air was literally taken apart this weekend. Like, I had to lift up the screen, I had to do some stuff, and all the thingy-majiggies. I'll explain that in a future video, but today is the day of the race review. Today was the Michigan race at thingy. Michigan race. Of course it's at Michigan. Let's get into the action. So, truck race was in Gateway, and I missed everything. Yeah. I kind of wish I had seen that Gateway race, but I wasn't going to the movie theaters to see Cars 3. I'll do a review on Cars 3 eventually, but hold on for that one. Can't forget about the burping. So yeah, Cars 3 saw it in theaters June 16th. I'll talk about it in a future video, but I don't want to say anything about it in this video because it'll just give away everything, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, I didn't see the Gateway race at the truck race at Gateway, unfortunately. But maybe next time. Goodness, there's a bunch of silly sausagery out there. Anyways, so yeah, missed the race in Gateway. Didn't see a thing of that, so I can't really give my opinion on Gateway. Xfinity at Michigan. Yeah. Xfinity at Michigan. I didn't see the race, but I did see the start of the race and the recap and stuff like that. Like, I saw the start of the race where Kyle Busch, he was spun. Well, not purposely spun, I suppose, but he was spun by Brad Keselowski. I don't know if it was on purpose or if it was an accident. I would say it was an accident on Keselowski's part. But Kyle Busch spins out. Still manages to finish the Xfinity race in 5th. Yay. And Michigan, we witnessed the closest finish in Michigan history in the Xfinity Series. Denny Hamlin just barely edges out William Byron. And I guess a lot of people were like angry, oh, who cares about that photo finish? It was still a Cup guy winning the race anyway. That's probably the reaction of most NASCAR fans after that photo finish. They're like, who cares about the photo finish? It was still Denny Hamlin winning the race. Still a Cup guy managed to beat out a regular in the Xfinity. I think you get the point by now. Yeah, William Byron nearly won the race, but we live in a world where the NASCAR Xfinity Series is so broken that nobody wants to watch it. I didn't see the Xfinity race knowing that it was going to be complete rubbish. But the 24 Hours of Le Mans was this weekend, so I figured instead of the Xfinity race, I would watch Le Mans instead. Because the 24 Hours of Le Mans was on this weekend. That was a pretty good race. I'll get to Le Mans eventually, but yeah, Xfinity. JC went for 2 for actually asked him on a question in a recent video. It's asking JC, is it a good thing that I missed the Xfinity race? And then JC says, not really. Although Kamikaze's reactions was mandatory. Yeah, because Kamikaze Games, he did a reactions to the Xfinity race. I don't know, maybe I'll watch that video over the summer, but then again, it's like it's almost nearly 3 hours. I don't know. But some say that the race was meh, so I'll just move on from Xfinity. Yeah, so I guess next up I'll talk about the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Yes, because the 85th running of the 24 Hours of Le Mans, the world's greatest endurance race, was this weekend. And I obviously barely saw any of the Le Mans race, but I presume it was pretty good. I didn't see any of the crashes from the nighttime of the race, but I did see the final hour of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. So I guess I'll talk about that. The final hour of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Corvette nearly won in their class, but whoever was driving that car, I presume it was Jordan Taylor or something like that, he drove through the sand in one of the chicanes in the Mulsanne Straight, puncturing his tires, and the Aston Martins that were behind him were able to get past the Corvette to win in the GTE Pro class. I would have taken either the Corvette or the 4GT for the GTE Pro class, but come on, Corvette almost had it, but I guess that driver was just being a complete lunatic and just decided to just drive through the sand, puncturing his tires, risking for a penalty. But obviously they didn't. The stewards didn't apply a penalty anyways because he still lost the race. God. If I was driving that car, I never would have made that mistake. If I ever get a contract for racing in some kind of car at Le Mans, I hope that I get a contract from Corvette, because as you guys know, I am a huge Corvette fan. I love Corvettes, and Fronito Bobbin needs to be in one of those Corvettes at Le Mans, because if I were driving that car, I would never have made that mistake. But whoever did that mistake, oh no, it's just so broken. It's like, with 2 laps to go in the race, the driver of that Corvette, whether it was Jordan Taylor, I'm not entirely sure if it was Jordan Taylor or somebody else, but whoever was in that car makes a mistake on the final, not 2 laps to go, and just, the Aston Martin goes out to win GTE Pro. Yeah. And Porsche won the race in the LMP1 class. But that's not really surprising anywhere. Porsche still pretty much win everything. Porsche, you can't really go wrong with saying that Porsche is the most successful car manufacturer ever, with 28,000 race wins, and they add another one to their board by winning the 85th 24 Hours of Le Mans. I'm happy for Porsche, but at the same time, some might say that they're way too successful. I wouldn't say that they're way too successful. But come on, give the other guys a chance. At this point in the LMP1 class, it's just a head-to-head between Porsche and Toyota. Nissan is gone from the class. Audi is gone from the class. Now it's just Porsche and Toyota. There's an ice cream truck outside, but I could care less about him. Yeah. So now it's just a head-to-head between Germany and Japan in the LMP1 class. And I don't really care about the LMP2 class or the GT Amateur classes. Those classes, I just don't really care about them at all. In fact, the only classes that I really care about are the GTE Pro class and the LMP1 class. So overall, 24 Hours of Le Mans, it was a fairly good race, I guess, but it's just so disappointing to see Corvette mess up with 2 laps to go. It's going to be a memory that sticks in my head forever. Hopefully Corvette can get their stuff to... Well, not Corvette, but the driver, I should say. It wasn't the fault of Corvette. It was the fault of the lunatic driver. They got to give the driver some training, or at least just fire him and get somebody else. Like me. Put me! Hey, Mr. Jordan Taylor, owner of the Corvette Racing Group, if you're watching this, put me in one of those Corvettes. I need to be in one of those Corvettes. Seriously, I could probably take control of one of those Corvettes and put it in victory lane, because I'm too big of a Corvette fan to let this go. Yeah. Alright, that's it for the 24 Hours of Le Mans Corvette thingy rant. Let's move on to the main topic of this video, the Pure Michigan 400, or whatever it was called. I guess I'll just call it Michigan 400 Spring, Summer, whatever. That race. It was meh at best. I wasn't even watching like three quarters. I wasn't even watching a quarter of that race because I was too busy fixing my iPad. But I guess I'll just go over the key events of what happened in the race. Truex wins the first 2 stages. Not the first time that he's done that season, and probably not the last either. What else? So yeah, that happened. Not really much happened, really. I guess I'll just go into what happened in the 3rd stage, because that was the most exciting stage out of the whole thing, I guess. Kyle Larson, driving a Lightning McQueen paint scheme. Pretty cool paint scheme, by the way. Is trying to face off, I see it. Okay, that's the thing. Trying to chase off Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch and everybody else behind him, with so many laps to go. Me and Daddy were really hoping that Chase Elliott would be able to win this race, but this is the 3rd Michigan race where Chase Elliott has finished runner-up to Kyle Larson or whatever. It's so painful. Hopefully in the fall, Chase Elliott can finally pull through and actually win. I mean, Chase Elliott, he should hopefully be in the playoffs by now. I mean, you know. My legs are getting einced from me doing this. I should stop doing that. But yeah. Yeah. Pretty interesting finish. Not really talk about. I don't know. There's just not really much to talk about in this race. I mean, it was a meh race at best, but it's just not really that much that's exciting to talk about, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. Nothing else to talk about. Truex. Kyle Larson is back to being the points leader for hopefully a certain amount of time. At least next week is Sonoma. Sonoma should be a pretty interesting race. Has some stuff up my nose. Hopefully, I mean, Sonoma, it's a road course. Of course it's going to be so exciting. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a road course race. A NASCAR. Oh yeah. We're going road racing, boys, in California, in the wine country. Let's make this the best race of the year. Until Watkins Glen, of course. But without further, that's about it. Yeah, the races were this weekend were, I guess, decent. I mean, you know, obviously I didn't watch the entire 24 hours of Le Mans, but I mean that's it. I guess the last hour of Le Mans was good. I'm not sure about the whole rest of the Le Mans race, but the last hour was good. And nothing else to talk about. That's about it, guys. Yeah, that's it for this video. Got enough blabbing about everything. That's it for this video. And I guess I'll see you next one. Subscribe if you haven't already. Also, make sure to like the video and comment in the comment section down below as well. And I will see you in whatever I make next. Bye!